Hi, in Python, there is a powerful library called as Pandas. So Pandas is a super powerful way if you are trying to process the data or analyze the data, then Pandas is going to be very, very helpful. I want to show you in this program how easy it is to work with Pandas compared to directly working with the data files. So here, let us say we have a Excel sheet with the weather data for 1 week. Monday to Sunday, and then the temperatures of all the week, and then we have the condition whether it is rainy or sunny or cloudy. The condition is there. Now what we want to do is we want to work with this file and we want to extract all the temperatures, only the temperatures. I want to print only the temperatures. I want to take out only the temperatures. How can we do that? So let's try to download this data as a CSV. I'm downloading the data as a CSV, which is comma separated values. And once I download it, let me put it in the program or program directory. And let's rename it. Let's rename it as weatherdata.csv. Right. Now, from this file, let me show you the file. So this is the file I got. So these are all comma separated values. First one is the heading and all the remaining are the values and all of them are separated by commas. Now I want to extract these numbers, the numbers which are there as integers. Okay. So let's try to do it by opening the file and trying to read it using read lines. So let's try to open it using with and as. Weatherdata.csv as data file. Now let's try to read the lines and see what has to be done. Using read lines, let's try to read the file data file.read lines and let's call it as data. Now you have got, let's print it. You will see that you have got all the lines as an item in a list. So let's run it. See this. We have got all the lines as one item in the list. Now it is very difficult, or it is not difficult, it is tedious to actually get these numbers out of these items. Now you have to split them by using comma and then get the value at the first index. And it is going to be very hectic when the data file is large and the data fields are randomly arranged. So it is very, very difficult. Now let us say without using this method, directly doing it with normal Python, let us use a library called CSV. So CSV is already present in your standard library. So we can use the CSV module. Now with CSV, let's try to see if you can do it better. Now there is a reader. In CSV, there is a reader method. I'm using the reader method, and you don't have to open the file. You can directly give the file name here. It will automatically read without opening the file. Watch out. We have to open the file. Sorry, I didn't see this. We have to open the file and then let's try to see what is printed here. It will be an object. So you can see that there is an object printed. Okay. So it is an object and we have to loop over it in order to get each row one by one. Let's try to loop over it. For each row in data, We are taking a list of temperatures. A temperature has an empty list, and for each row we are going to take it and we are going to add. First, let's see how each row is going to look like. First, print each row. Now you can see that each one has come out like different lists. Each row is a list here, and each list contains three items, and the center item we want, right? So how can we index it? By taking 1. This is 0 index, 1 index, 2 index. By taking the 1 index, I can take the numbers. Now let's now take the 1 indexes. Now you can see that we got all the numbers, but along with these temperatures, we also got the heading, the temperature, the column heading. We don't want that. So we can say that if row of 1 equal to 10, then we can pass. Otherwise, we can print. Now, if you see it, okay. Now, if you see it, oh, the temperature is still there. There is a problem there. No, that is not how we should write. If row of 1 equal to 10, try to do pass only. Otherwise, you try to print it. Okay, we can also write like this. If row of 1 not equal to 10, we can print it. Okay, now we got it. So we got all the numbers. Now, even though we are able to get the numbers, this is not the best way of doing it, or even there is a better way of doing it using pandas. Let's now try to import pandas, and let's now work with pandas. When I say import pandas, it will show a red line. It is showing a red squiggly line, import pandas. It means that this package is not available in the standard library. You have to import this package, install this package. For that, there is a red line, red bulb here. If you click on red bulb, install package pandas is there. Let's click on it. Now, the status bar is showing the status of downloading it. I think it will take some time. So meanwhile, let us see the pandas documentation. So if you go to the website pandas.pydata.org, it is going to contain the entire documentation of pandas. So if you have this here you have, go down, you have, go up, you have getting started, you have user guide, you have API reference, you have developer guide. So all the guides are available. Okay, so let's click on user guide here. So there you are going to get the basic guide on how to use these guides, okay, how to read these guides and how to understand the basic information. You are going to get it. So I suggest that you go through this, because see, when you are teaching programming languages, there will be hundreds of methods. We will not be able to explain you all the methods in the course. You have to somehow experiment and learn it. You have to somehow Google it out and read the documentation and see Stack Overflow and understand it. Now let's go to PyCharm. Let's see if the packages are installed successfully. Now let's try to do the same thing using pandas. pandas.read CSV. Read CSV is a method, and without using the file, without opening the file, I can directly read that file as a CSV file. Okay, so we got the weather data and we are reading it with CSV. Now that is read as data frame data. So this is a data frame. Data frame. The data is a data frame, which is a table. Now let's try to print the table and see. Print data. You can see that the CSV file will now be visible as a table. One minute, it is happening. Yeah. Now you can see that the CSV file is in form of a table. Now in order to get these numbers, it is simply by taking this value of the heading, the column heading. So CSV of data of temp. If I just write the column heading, I think after installing Pandas, it has become slower. System has become slower. Let's just wait. Yeah, so we got it. So we got the numbers as expected, and these are the row values, row numbers 0, 1 to 6, and these are the numbers that we wanted. And it is just 3 lines of code, right? Just show the code. It is just 3 lines of code. One is import, other is read CSV, and the other is print. In fact, everything has happened in just 1 line. Now compared to 8 lines in the above code, it is very simple. So pandas are very powerful, and when you're trying to process and analyze data, it is always better to use pandas in Python. And Python, that is why it is more suitable for data science. Okay, thank you. Hi. Now that you have used pandas, in this video, let's see what is a data frame and what is a series. Okay. So for example, in the previous data only, we are doing this. So we have taken the previous CSV data, that is weather data, and then we have used read CSV method, and we have converted into data. Now, what is data here? So data is a data frame. A data frame is a table, and every column in the table is a series. Try to understand like this. When you are using pandas, these two words are very frequently used. What is a data frame and what is a series? A data frame is nothing but a table. You cannot call it a table, but you can imagine it as a table. And then a series is nothing but a column. One column is a series. Okay. So now if you try to print the type of data here, data and see, we have taken one column here, data of temp, and then we have taken data and we are trying to print what are the types of them. Let's try to print it and see. Now you can see that the data which we have read from the CSV by using pandas is now an object of type uh, data frame. So it is a data frame class. And now this particular temp, data of temp is a series. Okay. Now let's try to do some manipulations on this data frame and series. Now you can convert. Okay, so how do I know all these methods from the documentation? Let's go to documentation once. Now let us say when you go to the website pandas.pydata.org, pandas.pydata.org is the website. In that website, if you go to documentation, you will see API reference, and there you are going to see everything about pandas. Now in this one, there is a data frame class. In the left side also there is data frame. You can click on this. There is series and there is data frame. Okay. Now if you go to data frame, there are all the methods which are available on it. These are all the methods which are available on it. And as you need them, you have to understand or you have to know how to find them. Okay, by reading the documentation. These are all the methods available. Now, if you go down, there is here. So if you go down, you can see how to convert a data frame to SQL, how to convert data frame to HDF, how to distributed file system, how to convert data to CSV, how to convert data frame to HTML, JSON, Excel, dictionary. So here there is a method called dictionary by which you can convert a data frame. Now similarly, if you go to series, in series also there are a lot of methods available, and you can find out min, max, mean, all that. So you can convert a series to a list by using toList method. Series can be converted to a list. And similarly, we have lot of methods are available. You can go through them. Max is there, mean is there, median is there, which means you can do all of them on a column. Okay. Let's go back to the program. Now we are trying to convert our data, whatever data frame it is, to a dictionary, and we are printing the dictionary. Let's see what is printed. Our data frame is now converted to a dictionary. You can see that day is a key and the value is all the days present. So inside a dictionary, there is a dictionary like that. Like that, you can see that temperature is a key and then all the values are present. The entire column is present here as a dictionary. Similarly, condition is a key and all the values of the condition are present as one more dictionary. Okay. Now let's convert a series to a list. A series is a column, right? So I have taken the series data of 10. Now I am converting it to list by using toList method, which is available on the series. And now I am printing the list and also the length of the list. So you can see that list of all the temperatures is given here and the total number of temperatures is 7. And now let us see average temperature. If I want to find the average temperature, you can use the list already created. I think you cannot comment this. Uncommented. Okay. So now we have a list which is already created. Using that list, you can use sum and length functions and find out the average. Or there is even a better method. Just by using mean of the mean on the series data temp is a series, and if I use mean on that, then we can find out the mean. Similarly, you can do the max also. Let's run it and see. So these are the means which are computed. One is using the list and other is using the series, and then this one is the max. Okay, so similarly you can find the mean also, and all these methods are available on series. You can look at the documentation, you understand it. Now, how to get data in columns? So one is by writing like this: data followed by column heading, data of within the quotations, column heading you can write, or otherwise even our Pandas is converting this particular one as an attribute. So what I mean to say is, instead of writing like this, data followed by square braces followed by the column name, you can directly call dot column name. This is an attribute now. So you know how the attributes are represented, right? Our Pandas has converted this into an attribute. Now if I write like this or write like this, both are same. Either you write like this or you write like this, both are same. So you can see that both are giving the condition. Okay, name, condition, dtype, object. Similarly, you can get a row, but then you have to specify which row you want. For that, you have to use some value in the row to get that. For example, here, I am writing data.day equal to Monday. Now, by writing like this, it is same as data square braces day these quotations. The same thing we are writing like this, and now when it is equal to Monday, we want to get the data. So again, try to understand it. Data.day equal to Monday, which means in that particular column day, in the day column, whenever it is equal to Monday, we want that row. So that is why we are writing like this, data and again square braces. Okay. Now that particular row will be displayed. You can see that for Monday, the entire row is displayed. And now, if you want to get the row which has the maximum temperature, you can do like this. Data.temperature equal to data.temperature.max, data.temp.max. So this is going to give you the maximum temperature. And now in that particular column, when the temperature is equal to maximum temperature, I want to print the row. So that is why I am writing data square braces. If I write like this, then the row with the highest temperature will be printed. I think it is Sunday. Yeah, Sunday is having temperature of 24, highest temperature got printed. Now you can also make a data frame from scratch. Instead of importing a file, you can also make it from scratch. For example, if you have a dictionary like this, 2 keys and 2 values. One key is students and it contains all the names of the students. Other key is score, it contains all the scores. Now we are trying to convert this into a dictionary. Okay. So remove these lines, temperature and these lines. Okay. Now if I try to convert into dictionary, try to convert it into a file. Try to convert it into a data frame and print it. Now we are trying to create a data frame from this dictionary. We have created one data dictionary and we are using that data dictionary, we are creating a data frame. Let's call it data and let's try to print it. Now you'll be able to see a table from the dictionary. Now you can see that there is a table here. There is a table which has 3 students and 3 scores, and all of them are actually, and the table heading is students and score. Okay, so we have converted a dictionary into a data frame. Okay. Now let's try to convert it into a CSV file. You can convert it into Excel or SQL or CSV or JSON. So any file you can convert. So we are converting this data into CSV. Now a new file is created here, weatherdata.csv. If you click on it, or new data.csv, if you click on it, you can see that from the dictionary a CSV file is created. Okay, thank you. So a group of volunteers have combed the New York Central Park, and they have found out, or whenever they see a squirrel, they have logged in the information about the squirrel, and this entire squirrel database is available in the website cityofnewyork.us. I'm going to give you this link in the description. You can click on that link, then you are going to see the entire data of the squirrel database. So you can see, go down, you can see that, yeah, go. You can see that the columns in the data set are like this: x coordinate and y coordinate. One is longitude and other is latitude. So whenever they saw a squirrel, they have logged in the latitude and longitude of the location, and then they have given a squirrel ID and hectare, shift, date, hectare number, like this. They have created a lot of these columns. Go down. Now, if you look at the data looks like this in a table. So here there is a column called primary fur color. Okay, this is primary fur color. So if you look at it, the fur color can be gray, black, or cinnamon, which means there are three types of squirrels. One is gray, other is black, and other is cinnamon. So in this project, what we want to do is we want to read this file, and then we want to create an output file, a CSV, where I want to say how many black squirrels are there, how many cinnamon colored squirrels are there, how many gray squirrels are there. Okay, so this is the data. Now, how to download the data is, now there is export here, a tab. Now go to that export and click on this CSV. So once you click on this CSV, a CSV file will be downloaded. Okay, you can see that a CSV file is downloaded. This file, you take it to the project that we are using, you paste it over there, you move it to that. In the project file, I am moving it to the project. So once it is moved to the project file, then we will read that CSV into a data frame, and on the data frame we are going to do certain operations. Okay, so this is the file we got. This is a CSV file. All the values are separated by commas, if you see that. Okay, all the values are separated by commas, and then the column names are here: hectare, shift, date, hectare. So all this information is not required for us. What we want is this primary fur color. So this primary fur color, based on it, I want to count how many squirrels of each type are available. Okay. Now let's go to the program main.py. Let's import pandas. And now let's read the CSV file using read CSV. Pandas.read CSV. You can change the name of the file if you want. Anyway, it is going to be auto-filled. So this is the file that we have downloaded. Let's call it as data. Now data is a data frame. Let's try to print it. When we are using pandas, our system is getting slow. Yeah, so we have got the entire table. There are dots are shown. Okay, so this is the entire table that we have got. Now let's take the primary fur color, and let us say if it is equal to gray. In the data frame, if the primary fur color is equal to gray, then let's print that data, all the rows. So we are going to get all the rows by putting a square bracket like this. So I think you know this, you remember this syntax. So whenever I write like this, data of data, and again primary color equal to gray, then all the rows which contain primary color as gray will be shown. Let's try to print that. Now we get a data frame called gray squirrel. Now we are going to see the data frame of all the gray squirrels. So this is the data frame of all the gray squirrels. Okay. Now I don't want to print it. I want to count the number of rows with that value. So we are going to use length. Length can be used on the data frame. Then we are going to get how many number of squirrels are there, gray squirrels are there. So it is showing that 2473 gray squirrels are there. Similarly, I want to do it for cinnamon and black. Cinnamon is nothing but red. So let's call it as red squirrel count. And then black we have. Let's call it as black squirrel count. And here also we are changing the names. Okay. Now we want to print this information into a CSV file. For that I want to create a data frame, and for creating a data frame I want to create a dictionary of these values. Okay. So we are printing the count of each of these squirrel, red, black and gray. Now you can see that each of the squirrel types are having these numbers. So gray squirrel is highest in count and black squirrel is lowest, and we have red also. Now we are creating a dictionary. From the dictionary we can create a data frame, and from the data frame we can create a CSV. Okay. Since values are very less, you can directly print them into the CSV file in a comma separated value method. But follow this method if you are working with huge data. It will be saving your time. So in the dictionary, we are creating two key value pairs. One key value pair is about fur color, and the other key value pair is about the count. So gray squirrel count, red squirrel count and black squirrel count are the values for the count. Now we got the dictionary. From the dictionary, let's create a data frame. You can delete these print statements, they are not required now. So from the dictionary, we are creating the data frame. So by using pandas.dataframe method, we can create them. So data frame is a class. We are initializing it with the dictionary. Now if you want, you can create this data frame, just print this data frame and see how it looks like. It will look like a table. So there is some error here. Comma was missing. So you can see that in the tabular form, we got gray, cinnamon, black in the tabular form. Now I want to take this data and I want to print it in a CSV file in the CSV format. So we can create a CSV from data frame. To CSV is the method. Data frame.to CSV is the method. And we are going to create a new file called squirrelcount.csv. a new file will be created, and into that file, let's open that file. Once you run it, you have got a new squirrelcom.csv file. So if I click on that file, you can see that a CSV file is generated. Okay, so this is how you do data analysis and data processing using data frames. Anyway, we will see some more examples, you'll understand it better. Okay, thank you.